Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal with capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM.
Good morning, grade 7 learners. I'm Teacher Dennis, and with me is Teacher Jarlene Munar for introduction of today's lesson. Ma'am Jarlene?
Good morning! A blessed Wednesday to everyone. Let's start the day with positive vibes and happy thoughts. To our officer in charge, the Chief Education Supervisor of SDO Isabela, Sir Rodrigo V. Pascua. Hello po, Sir Rod. To our Assistant Principal, Ma'am Ruby Guillermo. Hello po. Hello also to our supportive head teachers out there, especially to Ma'am Ofelia Ezra Lutin. Good morning, Ma'am. Good morning po sa lahat. Also to all the teachers and staff of Doña Aurora National High School. And of course, shout out to the English learning area. Hello po, Ella Angels. And hi to the parents, dear students who are listening right now, most especially the grade 7 learners. To my grade 7 Sining and Kultura, this is Teacher Jarlene B. Munar. And with me are the other grade 7 English teachers, Teacher Jane, Teacher Claudine, and Teacher Dennis. Teachers, kindly greet your students.
Hi and hello to everyone. Happy Wednesday morning. Yes, we are blessed for we are given again another day to enjoy our lives. Hello to my 7 Newton, 7 Galileo, 7 Archimedes, and 7 SPJ. Stay tuned.
Good morning also to my grade 7 Rizal. Please listen until the end of this segment.
Yes, again, good morning also to all the listeners right now, not only for grade 7, but also to those who are listening in each learning area and year level. Ha? Good morning po sa inyo.
Yes. Thank
Not
you
forget
so
to
much.
share the link.
Yeah, share.
Okay, thank you so much, teachers. Okay, so today you are going to listen to your first RBI lesson for Quarter 2, Shift 2, which is about use listening strategies based on purpose, familiarity with the topic, and levels of difficulty of short text, listen to, and extract information from the text, listen to. As you listen, you should be able to explain the strategies before, during, and after listening strategies. Give examples of before, during, and after listening strategies. Complete the lyrics of the song listened to, and construct sentences using the terms found in a song. So, for those who are following us via our Facebook live stream, don't forget to comment our hashtag for today. Comment in our chat box, hashtag listening strategies. We hope that you're going to stay with us until the end of this segment. Get your learning activity sheets and your writing materials. And here now is your RBI lesson for today. Enjoy listening!
We'll be back.
Dance Radio, sinipan
Taganang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Language,
Grammar and literature.
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3 the WDRFM Dance Radio.
For learning is amazing.
Good day, grade 7 learners! I am glad to be with you today. I hope you will enjoy our interesting topic. Please get your writing materials and learning activity sheets so we can start our lesson in English 7.
Yes, ma'am.
The learning activity sheets provide you different activities that will help you become familiar with the topics or lessons about listening strategies. Assistance of your parents, siblings, or relatives is encouraged in answering the activities where you need to perform tasks. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck! Do you still remember our lessons last quarter?
Yes, ma'am. During the first quarter, shift to week 1, we learned about analogy, which is defined as a literary device that can be used to describe a situation in more relatable ways and to compare two very unlike things.
Very good! How about the lesson for week 2?
Ma'am, we discussed the voices of verbs, namely active and passive voice.
You are right! Can you give their meanings?
Ma'am, active voice is the voice which we are more familiar with. The subject performs the action of the sentence, while in the passive voice, the action is happening to the subject and it tells us what is done to someone or to something.
Correct! How about the lesson for week 3?
Ma'am, we discussed the tenses of verbs, particularly the past tense and the past perfect tense.
Very good! Can you give the past tense of the word love?
Ma'am, the past tense of the word love is loved. L-O-V-E-D.
You're right! The lesson for week 4 last quarter was about direct and reported speech. Can you define direct speech?
Ma'am, in a direct speech, the message of the speaker is conveyed or reported in his own actual words without any change. It is also known as coded speech. The exact message of the speaker is enclosed by quotation marks.
Exactly! How about a reported speech?
Ma'am, a reported speech is also known as indirect speech. It is a report on what someone else said or wrote without using the person's exact words. Unlike direct speech, it doesn't have a quotation mark.
Very good! It seems that you really understood our past lessons. For our lesson today, you are expected to first, extract information from the text listened to, and second, use listening strategies based on purpose, familiarity with the topic, and levels of difficulty of short text listened to. To attain this, you should be able to first, explain the strategies before, during, and after listening strategies and give examples for each. Second, complete the lyrics of a song listened to. And third, construct sentences using the terms found in a song. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck! Are you holding your learning activity sheets now?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good! Remember, the title of your learning activity sheets is Listening Strategies. Before we begin, let me ask you some questions. Do you like to listen to music?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you find listening to music enjoyable?
It's so relaxing, ma'am.
Correct! Music provides comfort and relaxation and eventually creates happiness. So, sit back and relax as you listen attentively to the sweet melody of Michael Jackson titled Heal the World. As you listen, try to look for the answers to these questions. First, which could be brighter than tomorrow? And second, how can you heal the world? We will answer these questions in our discussion later. Enjoy listening! Did you enjoy listening to the song?
Yes, ma'am.
That's nice! How do you feel after listening to that wonderful song of Michael Jackson?
I feel motivated to help other people, ma'am.
Very good! Can you give the meaning of the song?
Ma'am, it is being about more considerate to others who are less fortunate in the world.
Wow, what a nice answer! That just shows you have applied a good listening strategy to understand the message of the song. Now, let's discuss the different listening strategies that can help you become a better and active listener. But first, what is listening?
Ma'am, listening is the ability to correctly receive and interpret messages from the communication procedure.
Very good! Actually, it's the first communication skill you have learned and you use most of the time. Listening comprehension is the basis for your speaking, writing, and reading skills. To train your listening skills, it is important to listen actively. This means you need to actively pay attention to what you are listening to. Let's begin with our discussion on the 3 pre-listening strategies. What is the first one and how will you do it?
Connect, ma'am. To connect is to help yourself better understand a listening assignment by thinking of things you already know about the topic.
That's right! What do you already know about the song Heal the World to say that you are connected to it?
It is a song which was written, composed, and recorded by Michael Jackson himself, ma'am.
That's correct! It's the song he was most proud to have made and inspired him to create the Heal the World Foundation. This is a charitable organization which was designed to improve the lives of children. How about the second one? How will you apply it?
Predict, ma'am. To predict is to make guesses about what you may learn as you listen.
Nice one! When you heard the title of the song, what did you guess about it?
Ma'am, I guessed that the world is destroyed.
Yes, your answer is accepted. That is somehow correct. But let's find out later if that is what the writer really wants to convey. While listening, you can sometimes make predictions about the content of a text. The title and your background knowledge on the topic will help you form hypotheses which will be either confirmed or disproved in the process of listening. How about the third one? How is it done?
Talk about new words, ma'am. To do it is to go through the pre-selected vocabulary words from the assignment, if there is, and recall what you know about them.
All right! What unfamiliar word did you hear from the song? What does it mean? Can you use it in a correct and meaningful sentence?
I heard the word bliss, ma'am. It means perfect happiness or great joy. For example, bliss is the essence of beauty.
Very good! What else?
I heard the word dread, ma'am. It means to be apprehensive or fearful. For example, I dread making speeches in front of large audiences.
Wow! Very good! We shall continue our discussion after a short break.
Do you encounter problems in accomplishing the different activities in your modules or learning activity sheets?
Worry no more, because your teachers are always ready to guide and assist you. You can send your questions or clarifications in 2 easy ways. 1. Call or text. And 2. Private message. So easy, right? Remember, at Doña Aurora National High School, we make amazing things possible.
This reminder is brought to you by Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
Hello, I'm back. Let's move on with the next one. The during listening strategies. We also have 3. What is the first one? And how is it applied?
Listen for answers, ma'am. You have to note the answers to the questions you have as you listen.
Exactly. Remember that before I let you listen to the song, I gave 2 questions. Let's answer them now. Number 1. Which could be brighter than tomorrow?
A place in a person's heart which is called love could be much brighter than tomorrow, ma'am.
Perfect! Number 2. How can you heal the world?
We can heal the world if we care enough for the living, ma'am.
You're right! How can you show that concern for others?
I can show this by helping other people and taking good care of our natural resources, ma'am.
Indeed! That's a love! How about the second strategy? How do you do it?
By taking down notes, ma'am. You have to take down the important information that will help you remember the ideas.
Very good! Remember this. Taking notes increases your ability to concentrate and pay attention to the details. When you are listening, do not try to write down everything you hear. Instead, listen for keywords from the text. Can you define the word keywords?
Ma'am, keywords are usually nouns, verbs, and numbers. As you take notes, skip unimportant words such as be, a, the, and prepositions.
That's right. Can you give an example?
Ma'am, for example, the keywords from the first stanza of the song are place, heart, writer, and tomorrow.
Correct. How about the third one? How is it done?
Relisten or find a fix, ma'am. You have to find a way to get back on track when you get bored or when ideas are difficult.
Very clear. Sometimes you get bored listening, especially to a long text, and could hardly understand it if it uses unfamiliar words. For example, which part of the song do you find difficult to understand, and why do you say so?
Stanza 3. Because the writer uses figurative language to express his thoughts, ma'am.
Very good. Well, in that case, you should listen again to the song and try to figure out its literal and figurative meanings. Before we continue our lesson, let's pause for an infomercial. I'll be right back.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I have just finished accomplishing the task found in my module. How can I send you my outputs for checking and feedbacking?
Oh, that's a nice question. There are actually 3 ways for a student like you to submit your outputs. 1. It could be via online. That is, if you are capable to connect online. You can just upload your outputs in your Google Classroom, or you can take pictures and send them through your group chat or messenger account.
Ma'am, how about if we do not have internet connection?
If you do not have internet connection, you can submit your accomplished tasks in 2 ways. 1. You can ask your parents to submit your outputs in the designated drop-off center. 2. You can save your outputs if you have available flash drive, CD, or DVD at home, and submit it in the designated drop-off center in your respective barangay.
Wow! It's nice to know that there are varied ways on how we can submit our accomplished task.
Always remember, for submission of outputs, you can do it via online, offline, or physical submission. Because at Dance, we make amazing things possible.
I'm back! So, let's proceed with the after-reading strategies. We also have 3. What is the first one? And how is it applied?
Respond, ma'am. You have to identify the point you agree or disagree with, the parts you like best, and those which are confusing.
Correct! Remember this, you can apply the first strategy if you listen for the gist. For specific information and for detailed understanding of all the concepts the text provides. How about the second strategy? How do you do it?
Summarize, ma'am. You have to read your lecture notes several times after the listening activity and summarize them.
Very good! A good summary shows that you have understood the text. Earlier, you have made your prediction about the content of the text based from the title that the world is destroyed. It's time to confirm or disprove it. Is your prediction correct?
No, ma'am.
If not, what then is the song all about?
It is about being more considerate of others who are less fortunate in the world, ma'am.
Wow, that's great love. We really need to consider others' lives which are in great danger and the people in poverty around the world. What is the theme of the song?
The themes of the song are love, hope, peace, and equality. The song shows its hope that the world can be far away from the war in order to achieve human peace, friendship, and prosperity.
What a very good response! Yes, the song expresses people's longing for love and yearning for peace in the world. It hopes the world is full of warmth and care. How about the last strategy? How do you do it?
Extend, ma'am. You have to read, watch, and listen to other sources for more information about the topic.
That's good! Such sources of information are the internet and library resources or even your friends and family. That ends the discussion of our lesson for today. I think we have covered everything that we needed to discuss. This time, turn your learning activity sheets on page 2. You can find their activity number 1 titled Hear Ye, Beginners. In this activity, you are given a table of before reading strategies which are predict and connect. Given the title of the song that is Rise Up by Andra Day, your task is to fill out this table with information about how you used the predict and connect listening strategies. Can you give an example?
Ma'am, example. Predict. I guess the song is about making people feel better. Connect. What I know about the song is it motivates someone to move forward into a new hopeful day despite being broken and tired.
Very good example! This time for activity number 2 titled Down Music Memory Lane, which is still on page 2, you can see the incomplete lyrics of the song Rise Up with 10 blanks. Your task is to complete the lyrics by writing the missing words on a separate sheet of paper after listening to the song. Be careful with your spelling. Play the song by clicking the link provided on page 3 of your learning activity sheets. Can you answer number 1?
Ma'am, number 1, you're blank, down, and tired of living. The correct word is broken.
Wow, that's correct! Let us continue with activity number 3 titled Words at Work on page 3. Your task is to look for 5 words from the song and use each word in a meaningful sentence. For example, one of the keywords in the first line is tired. You can construct a sentence like this. The children were too tired after the hike. The word tired is used as an adjective in the sentence. Remember to observe correct grammar, spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Write your sentences on a separate sheet of paper. Do these activities in your most convenient time after this broadcast. Let's sum up what we have discussed today. What is the title of your learning activity sheets?
Listening strategies, ma'am.
That's right. What is listening?
Ma'am, listening is the ability to correctly receive and interpret messages from the communication procedure.
That's right. Can you give the importance of listening?
Ma'am, listening comprehension is the basis for your speaking, writing, and reading skills.
Correct. What would you do to easily comprehend the things you are listening to?
Ma'am, to train your listening skills, it is important to listen actively. This means you need to actively pay attention to what you are listening to.
Very good. That shows that you really understood the lesson. Before we end our lesson for today, let me check if you really understood our lesson by answering this 2-item multiple choice activity. Number 1. Why is listening important? Again, why is listening important? A. Listening reduces misunderstandings. B. Listening builds conflicts. What is the correct answer?
Ma'am, the correct answer is A. Listening reduces misunderstandings.
Very good. Misunderstanding is one of the most common effects of poor communication. When people aren't listening to each other, they may mishear something or misinterpret someone's message. Let's have number 2. What makes listening effective? Again, what makes listening effective? A. By listening effectively, you will get more information from the text or material listened to. B. By listening effectively, you will get bits of information from text or material listened to. What is the correct answer?
Ma'am, the correct answer is letter A. By listening effectively, you will get more information from the text or material listened to.
Very good! My dear learners, remember also to answer the reflection part of your learning activity sheets. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. This is the question that you need to answer as your reflection for this lesson. What have you learned in this lesson? That ends our discussion for today. Do not forget to ask your subject teachers through their mobile phones or messenger chats if you have questions. I would like to acknowledge the teachers behind this RBI lesson. Teacher Jarlene B. Munar, our script writer. Teacher Annabel C. Acopido, our language editor.
Wow!
Teacher Michael John M. Tumulak, our technical specialist.
Alright!
And our content editors, Teacher Jane Arlene S. Tapawan, and our head teacher, Ma'am Ophelia S. Rolitin. Thank you for staying with us. This is your radio teacher, Teacher Catherine S. Ordinario, saying, one of the sincerest forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. By Brian H. McHill. Thank you everyone and goodbye!
Language.
Grammar and literature.
A program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3, the WDRFM Dance Radio.
Where learning is amazing.
Dance Radio, silip ka na lang sa radyo. Atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. That's radio. Learning is amazing.
All right, you have just heard the first RBI lesson for quarter 2, shift 2. And before we start, let me read to you the flow of the discussion today, my dear learners. I will be the one to give you a review of the past lessons. Teacher Dennis will be the one to give the motivation for the new lesson. I will discuss the meaning, use, and importance of listening. Teacher Jane will discuss the bottom-up listening strategy, while Teacher Claudine will be the one to discuss the top-down listening strategy, and I will be discussing the 7 steps to effective listening. Before we start, let's have some review about our past lessons. Can you still remember our past lessons during the first quarter? Comment in our chat box if you can still remember it.
Come on, comment down your answers.
Okay. Comment down your answers.
O ano nga ba yung ating nakalipas na aralin? Yan. So, dear learners, please comment down your answer. Para pagtingnan natin kung naalala ba natin. Ha? Okay.
Ayan, naalala pa kaya nila ang ating mga lesson?
Let us see.
Quarter.
Bigay lang tayo ng ilang segundo, mama, kasi...
Nagfa-flashback pa kaya ang mga
Okay,
Sabi
meron
ni
dito.
Ashley Timoteo, active and
Yes,
passive
grade
voice.
8. Very good, Ashley. Active and passive voice. That's one of the
Wow,
topics.
Ferelita Annabel.
Direct and reported speech.
Okay, correct.
Ano pa kaya? Ano pa? Meron.
Another. We have...
Jerwy, ano to? Genwy?
Genwy.
Genwy analogy.
Yan, analogy.
Okay? Medyo nagkamali lang ng type. Analogy. That's analogy.
Syra Abrea. Obrey.
Agonoy.
Active and passive voice.
And passive.
Oh, Liza Orifon. Past tense and past.
Harit Maris Lagayan. Active and passive.
Perfect tense.
Yes,
Okay. So, your answers are correct. During the first quarter, shift to week 1, we learned about analogy, which is defined as a literary device that can be used to describe a situation in more relatable ways and to compare two very unlike things. How about the lesson for week 2, Teacher Claudine?
Yes, so we discussed the voices of verbs, namely active and passive voice, wherein active voice is the voice which we are more familiar with. The subject performs the action of the sentence, while in the passive voice, the action is happening to the subject, and it tells us what is done to someone or something.
Okay, you got it right, Teacher Claudine. How about the lesson for week 3, Teacher Dennis?
Yes, Teacher Jarlene, we discussed the tenses of verbs, particularly the past tense and the past perfect tense. And we have some example here, ha? Example is the past tense of the word love is loved.
Oh, loved with D.
D.
Okay, exactly, Teacher Dennis. How about the lesson for week 4, Teacher Jane?
All right, for week 4, last quarter was about direct and reported speech. In a direct speech, the message of the speaker is conveyed or reported in his own actual words without any change. It is also known as coded speech. The exact message of the speaker is enclosed by quotation marks.
Exactly. Thank you, Teacher Jane. I hope that our learners already understood our past lessons. So before we shall go deeper with our lesson, let us have first a game titled Guess What? With Teacher Dennis.
Bata-bata. Ano ba? Itsura? Ako ba yan?
Ikaw yan.
Ikaw ba yan? Ikaw ba yan?
Oh.
Parang si Jong?
Batang-bata. Parang...
Jong?
Jong.
Jong Hilario ba?
Baka Jong Navarro na lang.
Sige.
Okay.
Sabi. Okay, I will be giving clues regarding the word that you're going to guess. Then after that, you will give your answer via the chat box, okay? Type your name, section, and the correct answer. Huwag nyo na include yung suking tindahan, ha? Okay. Ito na ating first clue. Guess what? Ayan.
Our first clue.
Yan, sabi dito, it's a 9-letter word. O, sagot na. Kung meron nakasagot, go. Sige.
Okay. Next, number 2 clue. Sir Dennis.
Nawawala yung signal. Nawawala yung signal natin.
Ayan.
Wait lang, Sir Dennis.
Ayan, okay na.
Anong prize?
Oo nga pala, ha?
Yes.
Pag nahula nila agad to, di 50.
Courtesy of Sir Dennis.
Yung pangalawa, wala na.
By Sir Dennis.
Yes.
Yung pangalawa, wala na, kasi hindi na nawala na. Yung pangalawa natin ay, it ends with letter G. O, yan ha. O. Alay.
Okay, ala. May mga nakuha na.
Hindi,
Ituloy mo lang, sir.
Pangalawa yun eh.
Ay, pangalawa.
Okay.
Okay, how about the third one?
Its second letter is letter I.
Wow. And the fourth clue is...
You use your ears when doing it.
Okay, and the last clue?
It involves identifying the sounds of speech and processing them into words and sentences.
Ayan.
Okay. Based from the chats, nauna si Liza or Yvonne.
Okay, ano kanyang
What's the
sagot?
answer, Ma'am Jarly and Sir Dennis?
Ang sagot ay, yan, listening.
Okay, tama ba siya, Teacher Jane?
Congratulations, Liza or Yvonne. The right answer is listening.
Sana pala kung ano nilagay nito yung kumanta eh. Basta wala ng aga.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Liza, for getting the correct answer. Meron
Susunod na lang.
kang load kay Teacher Dennis. Okay.
Ha?
Yay.
Ha? Hindi, yung mga nanalo ha, uli, mga bata ha, sa lahat po ng mga mapipili namin na nagwagi, pakitext lang po yung mga subject teacher nyo na kayo po yung nanalo, ha?
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
And of course, yung 50 kanina kay Sir Dennis.
Oh,
Courtesy of
nahulaan
Sir
yung
Sir
Dennis.
una.
Dennis.
Hindi naman nahulaan yung una eh. Ha?
Oh, dahil hindi niya nahulaan yung una, ilan, Sir Dennis?
30 na lang, sige.
Okay, 30 pesos.
Care of, Ma'am Darlene. Yan, para din sa mahirapan.
Okay, so the question now is, how well do you listen? Do you listen just to hear something and easily forget about it? Or you listen for you to get information or facts and learn from it? When we say listening, it is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in communication process. Listening is the key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. Listening is one of the most essential skills that we use in our day-to-day communication. When done right, it enables us to completely understand matters we hear and come up with appropriate feedback when needed. Whether we listen for a specific idea or an array of more difficult concepts or details, it is important to know how to employ ways that can help us listen effectively. Do you know that there are 2 types of listening strategies? Okay, and these are what we're going to discuss today. Okay. So, to discuss the first type of listening strategy, let us listen to Teacher Jane as she discusses the top-down listening strategy. Take it away, Teacher Jane.
Okay, again, good morning to everyone, especially our grade 7 learners. Okay, so before we are going to start with our lesson, please be reminded to take down notes as you listen, for we are still giving our questions afterwards. Okay, so the first one is top-down listening strategies. Okay, so wait lang. Yung Sir Dennis, pakuan nga nung ano natin para sa mga nanonood sa FB Live. We are having our PowerPoint presentation of the topics to be discussed. Sa mga nakikinig, you just listen and take down notes, okay? So the first one is top-down listening strategies. It is considered as listener-based strategies. Okay? In these strategies, the listener uses background knowledge to make sense of what he or she is listening to. Baka i-enter na, sir. Okay. So, we have different examples here for our top-down listening strategies. The first one is we listen for main idea. Now, what is main idea? It is the most important idea the speaker is trying to communicate. So, if we listen for the main idea. In listening, reading, and writing, the main idea is the main point the speaker or writer is trying to say. Okay. Next one is making predictions. We listen to make predictions. Okay, prediction is an activity learners carry out before reading or listening to a text where they predict what they are going to hear or read. This gives them a reason to listen or to read as they confirm or reject their predictions. Example, learners are going to listen to a presentation about a journey through the legend of Aurora, maybe. They predict what vocabulary they might hear. Ano kayang maririnig nila pag legend ng Aurora. Okay? And also, what kind of emotions the speaker might have felt. Okay? They listen attentively to confirm their predictions. Next, drawing inferences. What is an inference? Okay. The inference or an inference is the process of drawing conclusion. Okay? From supporting evidence. It's when you go beyond the evidence and reach some further conclusion. Okay? We draw inferences all the time. Okay? Inference is the process of drawing conclusion from supporting evidence. Alright? The next one is summarizing. Okay, what do you mean by summarizing? Yes? Perhaps you have ideas in your mind. And listen carefully if the idea you have in your mind is the same as this one. Summarizing means cutting it down to its bare essentials. You can use both techniques to clarify and simplify complex information or ideas. To paraphrase text, read, and make notes. To summarize means getting the ideas into shorter, in a shorter paragraph, or maybe getting all the important details to make a shorter paragraph. But of course, the thought is still there. Okay. What about taking down notes? Of course, when we listen, as I have told you a while ago, before I discussed the top-down listening strategies, I told you to get your pen and writing material so that you can take down notes. What's the importance of taking down notes? Of course, we cannot remember all things that we heard or listened to. But if we have our notes, then we have something to look at whenever we forgot something from the listening text. Okay? I hope that everybody got the idea of a top-down listening strategy. Okay? Meaning, if we use this one, we have already our background knowledge. What is background knowledge? This means that you or somebody knows a fair amount of information about the topic that he or she is to hear. Okay? So, that's it. We have the top-down listening strategies.
Okay, we have here an example.
Okay, example. In one of your classes, your teacher asked you to listen to a pre-recorded conversation and identify where the conversation took place. Okay. So, ang tawag dyan ay top-down. Yes? Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Jane. This time, let us listen to Teacher Claudine as she discusses the second type of listening strategy, which is the bottom-up listening strategy. Teacher
Okay,
Claudine?
thank you so much, Ma'am Jarlene. So when we say bottom-up listening, it happens when we understand language sound by sound or word by word with less use of background knowledge, unlike the top-down. Okay, we use background knowledge. Dito sa bottom-up, we do not use background knowledge. It just focuses on listening for details and involve tasks that focus on understanding at a sound or word level. So pure listening lang talaga siya. Tasks are intensive as they focus on looking for particular details. So, bottom-up strategies include listening for specific details. Next slide, Ma'am Jarlene. Okay, so listening for specific details. This is listening to get specific or particular information. Second, recognizing word order patterns. This is the so-called syntax. And third, recognizing word sounds. It refers to phonology. Understanding that spoken words enumerate up sounds. And recognizing cognates. Okay, this is sharing similar meaning, spelling, and pronunciation of two languages. So we have here an example of bottom-up listening. Okay, example situation is, that evening, another friend calls to invite you to a party at her house the following Saturday. As you have never been to her house before, she gives you directions. You listen carefully and make notes. Okay, in this example, understanding the exact words when listening to the directions to a party is likely to be more important. Okay, you are not familiar with the area, so you need to interpret the data or information based on what you listen. So that is an example of bottom-up listening strategy. So top-down is using the background knowledge we have while listening. While in bottom-up, we have no or less background knowledge and we listen carefully for specific details.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Claudine. This time, let us check if you truly understood the two types of listening strategies through an activity. Examine and identify whether a top-down or bottom-up listening strategy is being shown or applied in each scenario. Type or text bottom-up if the example is about bottom-up strategy, and top-down if it is not. Okay. Don't forget to type your name and section before the answer. Write the number before your answer. Okay, may prize ang mga mananalo dito.
Yes. Magbibigay tayo ng load. 20 peso worth of load for every winner. So, what are you waiting for? Get ready and be ready in typing your answers.
Okay, let us start. Number 1.
Okay, so we have number 1. Mr. Mendoza, your English teacher, asked you to read some information about a certain topic. Then, he instructed you to listen to a recorded material to find out whether or not the same points are mentioned. Is it bottom up or top down?
Okay, go, go, go. Type in your answers. Is it in the chat box, Ma'am Jarlene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chat box. Let me see.
Okay, may last sagot na si Liza.
Liza, winner na siya, sir. Pero tama yung sagot niya.
Ang sagot niya ay top down.
Tama ba?
Okay, let us see later.
Let us see. Let us see.
Okay, puro
What's
top
another
down.
answer?
Puro top down po ang sagot nila, ma'am.
Top down. Felrita, top down also.
Puro top down po ang
Pia
sagot
Mona,
nila.
top down.
Okay, yan.
Anthony, top down.
Yan, unahan na lang sila ng sagot.
Okay, Kirsten, top down. Andres, top down. The answer is?
Ang sagot natin ay?
Okay, so let us read first the scenario. Sabi niya dito, Mr. Mendoza, your English teacher asked you to read some information about a certain topic. Ibig sabihin, wala pa siyang information noong una. Okay?
Yes.
Kaya naman, binigyan siya ng chance. Okay? Ibig sabihin, wala siya talagang schema knowledge about the
background.
topic.
Okay.
So, ang sagot ay?
Then after that, he
sige.
instructed you to listen to a recorded material to find out whether or not the same points are
mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. So, the learner has no idea.
Yes.
Okay. Then,
the answer here is bottom up.
Okay. So,
Yan, ang sagot. Okay.
who got the right answer?
Felerita Annabel
Answers
Apopido.
are
7 Galileo, bottom up. Sagot
Hindi
niya.
nila masyado na-analyze kanina.
Yes.
Congratulations, Felerita!
Okay. Felerita Annabel Apopido.
Yan, siya po yung unang nakasagot.
Okay,
Yes.
next, number 2 scenario.
All other answers are top down.
Top down.
Okay. So number 2, let us listen carefully to this one. Jordan is listening to dance radio lesson in English 7. While listening to it, he made sure to take down notes. Jordan also made a word map to connect those words and phrases that he listed. If you listened to my discussion a while ago, you know pretty well the answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Na-mention na dyan yung
Go, go,
ating
go.
example.
Yes, there are clues there.
So we have an answer from Pia Mona Bumanglag of 7 Galileo. Her answer is top down. Tama ba siya, Ma'am Jane?
Let me see.
Ang nauna yata si Cesar
Sino?
Agonoy Espirito.
Number 2.
Two.
Oh
nakalagay.
yes, Zar Agonoy Espiritu. Okay.
Top down ang sagot.
The answer is
Oo nga. Minsan
top down.
Okay. So, minsan kasi, sa screen natin, nauna si ganito.
Sa screen ko kasi nauna si
Depende yan sa signal, ma'am.
Ayan.
Yes. So,
Sino ang nanalo?
Si Zar.
okay, Zar Agonoy. Congratulations, Zar. You listened well.
Okay, top down ang answer because he uses the anong ginamit niya? Taking
Taking down notes. Correct.
Okay, next, number 3. Your mother gave you a call and you were asked to buy some items at the grocery store. Since you were not familiar with the items she cited, you made sure to remember specific details she mentioned. Okay, so what is now the correct strategy? Okay, used here. Is it bottom up or top down?
Okay, so we have an answer again from Pia Mona Bumanglag. 7 Galileo. Her answer is bottom up. Tama ba siya, Ma'am Jarlene? Si Pia.
Is she correct, Ma'am Jarlene? Let us see.
Yes. Okay.
Bottom up. Correct.
Yung specific detail.
Correct.
Bumawi
Congratulations.
siya, bumawi.
Yes.
Bumawi.
Sabi niya, kung hindi ako nanalo kanina, ako
mananalo.
ngayon ang mananalo.
Bawi-bawi
Alright.
din.
Congrats, Pia.
Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations, dear learners. Okay, so dear learners, do you know that there is a percentage also of what we call daily communication? This is according to Madeline Burley Allen, a PhD founder of Dynamics of Human Behavior in 1972. Madeline Burley Allen has written numerous articles in applied psychology and also in listening. That is why she came up with a percentage of daily communication during the year 1995. Okay, and this is what she found out. Okay, so we have here now a problem. Okay, let help me in finding out, okay, the problem in this mathematical equation, okay? So in our day-to-day communication, there are 4 modes to communicate accordingly, okay? And these are through reading, speaking, listening, and writing. If the total percentage is 100, help me find out the percentage of listening in a daily communication process. These are the given, okay? Writing is 9%, reading is 16%, speaking is 30%, and what we're going to find out now is the listening. A total of 100%. Ayan,
Okay.
may mga sagot na ata tayo.
Oh my
dito.
God,
Ashley Timoteo. Okay.
The same ba tayo, sir? Si Sar ang nauna sa akin.
Si Ashley.
Si Aslin.
45% sabi niya, sagot niya is
Oh,
45%.
si Zarden, 45%.
Ayan.
And then
Aslin,
sumunod si
45.
Aslin.
Oo,
Gio
tapos?
Lidio, 45.
Oo, Felrita.
45. Wow,
Okay,
pare-parehas
45.
sila sagot.
Wow, ang galing
Parang-
nila.
Ang galing nila
Yes.
Tapos
And the
kanila.
correct answer is, Ma'am
Okay,
Charlene,
and the correct answer is
45%.
Pinagpawisan ako dyan pinagpawisan ako Matinding mga
Di ba napakataas ng percentage ng listening?
Yes.
Hindi ba gumana yung pagka-mathematician mo, Sir Dennis?
Galing eh.
So, Sir Dennis, ano masasabi mo
Ayaw ka
doon?
na magsalita. Mamaya
Dahil
madami na naman ako
45% siya.
Ayaw ka na magsalita.
Okay. Sir Dennis, it only means that listening is very important
Yes.
in our day-to-day lives.
Lives.
That
Yes.
is why we should always use this mode of communication effectively and wisely so
So
that
that-
misunderstanding will not occur. Okay.
Yes,
Speaking
correct.
of listening effectively, I will be discussing the 7 steps to effective listening. Okay, paano ba maging effective listener? Okay, malalaman na natin yan ngayon, Sir Dennis.
sige.
Okay. Number 1, look the speaker in the eyes. Ano, paano ba yan, Sir Dennis? Paano yan? Okay. Titigan mo daw sa mata.
Titigan mo yung sa mata yung speaker.
Oh, yes.
Oo.
Okay.
Yung mga hindi.
Why?
Okay, listening is the key to great relationships and good understanding. It's important in today's society that with all of our high-tech communication capabilities to tune in and really listen to one another whenever possible. Effective listening is the secret that saves jobs, marriages, and families from breakups and
Totoo yun.
breakdowns.
Yes.
Okay? So the number 1 here is look the speaker in the eyes.
Mhm.
This shows that you're being attentive and actually care about what they are saying. By no means should you engage in other activities like texting, reading, writing, or gazing at the television. Okay? Stay focused on the conversation at hand and not accordingly to let the person know you're getting what they're saying. Sabi nga nila, kapag tinitignan daw natin ang mga pinapakinggan natin or kausap natin sa mata, ibig sabihin, sincere daw tayo. Okay?
Kaya mga anak, kapag kayo nakikipag-usap sa inyong mga magulang, siguraduhin na kayo po ay nakatingin sa kanila para naman ang mga magulang nyo, hindi rin sila mainis. Diba? Pag kinakausap kayo, sa iba-iba kayo tumitingin. Mahalaga mga anak, nakikinig tayo ng sinasabi ng mga magulang para din naman ito sa ating kaalaman. Ha?
Yes, tama ka dyan, Sir Dennis. Pakikinig sa magulang ay napaka-importanteng bagay.
Number 1 yan.
Yes.
Okay, kapag nakikipag-usap tayo sa ating mga magulang, huwag dapat tayong gumagawa ng ibang bagay. Mag-focus tayo kung ano yung sinasabi nila para maintindihan natin at maisa puso.
At
Sabi nga, listening is the beginning of understanding.
Para wala rin pong pagtatalo sa bandang huli.
Yes. Okay. Napakaganda naman yan. Look the speaker in the eyes pa lang tayo. Next, number 2. Avoid interrupting and wait to interject at the right time. O, tayo kasi minsan, hindi pa natatapos yung sinasabi ng mga parents natin. Anong ginagawa natin? Nagtutalk back na tayo. Okay? Okay?
Maski sa classroom, ma'am, nung face-to-face. Di pa
Oh,
natatapos
yes,
ang sasabihin ni
ma'am.
teacher, ayan, nakasabad na kaagad.
Okay, so let the speaker finish their point. Okay, kapag ang teacher ay nagsasalita, tapusin muna siya, patapusin. Or kapag ang nanay at tatay ang nagsasalita, patapusin muna sila. Wait for a pause to interject or ask for more clarity. Pagkatapos sila magsalita, saka lang tayo hihingi ng permiso. Mama, Papa, pwede naman po bang ako naman ang magsalita? Okay. So, a big mistake would be to jump in with an interruption. ask a question or make a comment before the speaker is done speaking. Kasi naman, kapag, kunwari, nagagalit ang ating mga magulang, tapos, bigla-bigla kang sasabat, bakit ako ba, mama? Ang ganyan. Ibig sabihin, sobra na namang magagalit ngayon si mama.
Kung sumagot ang nanay niya, sabihin, bakit ikaw ba? Di ba?
Hindi pa ako tapos.
Sasagot.
Sasabihin na naman ni mama, di ba?
Huwag kang sasagot.
Kaya,
Tapos sasabihin mo maingay si mama.
Opo. Kaya ang pinakamaganda talaga is patapusin muna si mama. Pagkatapos mo, mama, tapos ka na ba? Pwedeng ako naman.
Ma'am Jarlene, nahalata ko, bakit panay mama? Ba't walang papa?
Ay, syempre, ang palaging nagagalit, Ma'am Jane.
Mama!
Ay, si
Hindi kasi
mama.
ang lalaki kasi ito mga anak na, totoo ito, ang lalaki kasi nagpipigil yan eh. Pero pag ang lalaki kasi nagalit na mamalo,
Ayan.
physical kasi ang father dahil ganun sila talaga magdisiplina. Ang mother kasi puro, alam mo, salita. Kaya
Ayan.
ganun talaga
Sir
yun.
Dennis. Ayan, puro salita lang talaga ang mga mother, pero sa totoo lang, ganun namin in-express ang pagmamahal namin sa aming mga
Of course,
anak.
ganun talaga yon.
Okay.
Kapag hindi ka na pinakialaman ng ina mo, ibig sabihin,
Yes.
wala na siyang care sa'yo, hindi ka niya love.
Kaya,
Pag ganon.
napakaswerte naman ng mga lagi dyan na nakikinig sa mga magulang. na
Yes,
nagagalit.
dapat makinig tayo.
Yes, huwag kayong magtatampo sa inyong mga magulang pag kayo ay napapagalitan.
Okay. Number 3, be prepared to listen. Relax your mind and body so that you can receive information objectively. Clear your mind of distracting thoughts by breathing in deeply. Inhale and exhale at least 3 times. Paano ba yun, Sir Dennis? Inhale, exhale daw.
Ito, may kwento yan ha. Ito, ipapasok ko na to yung isang tatay. Kasi yung tatay dumating galing trabaho, tapos yung anak may gustong aminin sa tatay. Kasi yung anak ay ayaw niya na talaga itago yung sarili na siya ay isang gay. Bakla kasi siya. So sabi niya, Papa, may gusto ako sabihin sa'yo. Pero yung tatay parang meron na siyang understanding kung anong gusto sabihin ng anak. Kaya ginawa ng tatay, sandali anak, upo lang ako at iinom ng tubig tapos mamaya sabihin mo sa akin. Then yun na. Tsaka siya magsasalita. Ganun. Prepared to listen.
Parang may idea na ng tatay niya talaga, no? Okay, prepared na siya. Okay, next.
And of course, pag prepared kang mag-listen, Ma'am Charlene, you will get the gist of everything. Yung makukuha mo talaga yung meat ng sasabihin ng speaker. Kasi kung hindi ka ready mag-listen, you will never understand anything. You will not understand anything.
Darating yung anak niya, sabi, Mama, sandali lang. Sandali lang, Mama, galing ako trabaho, galing ako school, Mama, ha? Opo lang ako. Mama, sige. Okay. Hindi naman yan, diba?
Pag hindi ka prepared mag-listen, wala kang maiintindihan.
Lalo na pag ganitong mga RBI lessons, Teacher Jane.
Yes, correct.
Ilang oras sila makikinig. Dapat nakahanda na ang kanilang mga tenga.
Yes.
Ang kanilang mga
tenga, puso,
pag-take
of
down
course.
notes.
Dapat nandun din yung puso nilang makinig para maiintindihan nila. Yes?
Okay. Number 4, learn to keep your mind from wandering. An untrained mind can easily be distracted by noises, random objects, background chatter, or even your own thoughts. Okay? Ayan, habang nakikinig kayo ngayon ng RBI, iniisip nyo, anong merienda natin? Or yung iba naman, nakikinig
Ilipad
sa
ang ang utak sa ibang iniisip, di ba?
teacher.
Oo.
Kung saan-saan ang kanilang mga pag-iisip. Okay?
It
Kaya,
only means you have to concentrate.
yes, okay. Next is number 5. Be open-minded. Paano kaya ito? Maging open-minded daw tayo.
Open-minded, Sir Dennis?
Open ang Open your mind. Okay? Always remember the 3 J's to being open-minded. Okay? Mayroon tayong 3 J dito, Sir Dennis. Okay?
No judging!
Okay, no justifying.
And no jumping in!
Okay, ano kaya yung judging? Sabi niya, judger. Yan yung mga napapakinggan
Bawal
natin.
judgmental.
Okay, judgmental po yun. Okay, huwag tayong maging judgmental, hindi yung judger. Okay? Listen without being critical of the other person. Judging the matter before you hear it all out can cause you to respond inappropriately. Ayan, tapusin muna natin. Patapusin muna natin kung ano yung pinapakinggan natin bago tayo mag-react. Okay? Or mag-jump into conclusions. O, mamaya na yon, okay? So, ganyan tayo minsan eh. Hindi pa natatapos yung pinapanood natin or yung pinapakinggan natin eh, para nag-jump na tayo or nag-judge na tayo. Di ba? Minsan, ginagawa natin yan. Okay. Next is no justifying. Avoid the need to justify your own thoughts or beliefs on a matter before listening to a person entirely. If you don't allow a person to finish what they're trying to say, you'll never really get to know how they feel or think about the situation. So yung pinaka-main po dito na ating dapat matutunan is patapusin po natin ang nagsasalita bago po tayo magbigay ng ating justifications. Okay? Next is no jumping in. Be patient and try not to figure out what you think the speaker is trying to say by finishing their sentences or blurting out your thoughts. The best way to learn exactly what they're saying is by remaining quiet and listening closely. Okay? Next, practice the art of mirroring. Paano yun, Sir Dennis?
Yan, good listeners daw know how to mirror the same energy or emotion of the speaker. Show you're engaged by responding with matching expression. Reflect their feeling by responding with a smile when they smile and nod when they are looking for clues and you're getting what they're... Ibig sabihin, yung bang dapat ikaw alam mo yung ginagawa, alam mo yung nakikisimpatya ka doon sa sinasabi nung kausap mo.
Oh, yes.
Kapag naman talagang kailangan kang mag-nod, o tama ba na ang magulang dapat sinusunod natin. Pag siyempre mag-nod ka rin, ibig sabihin nalalaman ng speaker na nakikinig ka talaga ng gusto kasi nag-i-inspire din yun sa nagsasalita.
Oh, yes, Teacher Dennis. Parang tayo mga teachers, kapag tayo nagdi-discuss, naintindihan ba? Did you understood? Parang ganun tayo ang ihintayin naman natin sa ating mga estudyante is, yes ma'am, yes sir. Okay?
Alam, huwag kayo matatakot, wag silang mahihiya magsabi ng ganun kasi kailangan yun.
Okay. Diba? So, you need to mirror out, okay? If your parents are angry because you made mistakes, ito yung example natin, or you did something wrong, tapos pinagsasabihan ka, galit na galit ng mga magulang mo, ano dapat yung dapat i-mirror mong facial expression, Sir Dennis? Natatawa
Siyempre,
ba?
hindi dapat medyo makita mo yung yung kapakababaan ng kalooban.
Ayan.
Huwag ka tatawa.
Yes.
Pagkalitan ka na, tatawa ka pa.
Yung sincerity, dapat nakita ng iyong
tama yun.
magulang. Okay. Number 7, give positive non-verbal feedback.
Paano daw yan? Paano
your
yan,
facial expression is a clear indicator of your thoughts and mood. Be conscious of your body language. Rolling eyes, slumping shoulders, excessive fidgeting, or sterning of face all show that you're detached from the conversation. Look at the person talking. Point your body in their direction. Smile and listen closely.
Yes.
Okay. So those are the 7 steps.
Giving positive non-verbal feedback inspires the speaker also.
Yes, ma'am, tama yun.
Kasi kapag nagbibigay ka ng mga medyo negative, parang umiikot-ikot yung mata mo or what, it will not inspire the speaker.
Parang nafe-feel na parang hindi sila happy.
Minsan naman kasi ma'am, sa bagay minsan kasi halimbawa pag nagsasalita ka, tapos yung estudyante na patingin sa taas, may sasabi kasi, yung bata nag-iisip. Diba? Nag-iisip bata. Huwag lang ikot-ikot.
Iba na yun.
Tama pa yung sinasabi.
Sinasabi niya, anong sinasabi mo? Parang ganon.
Huwag ganon.
Okay. Sana matapos na, para yung mga ganon.
Respeto lang din sa nagsasalita.
Disrespectful.
Giving positive non-verbal feedback inspires the speaker.
Yes, totoo yan. Kasi darating araw magsasalita din kayo.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Para wag gawin sa inyo yung ginawa sa iba. Actually, pag tumulong ka sa kapwa, para ganito yan, ma'am, di ba? Pag tumulong ka sa kapwa mo at ang nasa isip mo, yung pagtulong sa kapwa mo ay dahil ginagawa mo to, dahil sa pagkatao mo matulungin ka, lahat tayo gaganda buhay.
Okay.
Kasi, diba, hindi tayo magugulangan. Parang gano'n.
Hindi lang yan sa balang araw, Sir Janice, kasi everyday, di ba, tayo ay nakikinig.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Lahat tayo, lagi tayo nakikinig. Iba't ibang klaseng tao. Meron sa kaibigan, sa mga magulang, teachers. Kailangan i-practice natin yang 7 steps na yan.
Listen well so that when you speak also, they will also listen to you.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so those are the 7 steps to effective listening. Okay. So now
let us proceed to the evaluation part. Let's check if you really understood the lesson by answering this 4-item activity. Okay. So, audio clips will be played. Your task is to listen carefully and answer the questions regarding the clips. Okay? So, are you ready to listen? Let us have number 1.
Okay, listen very well. Before that, Teacher Jane, sabihin na natin yung mga questions.
Okay, question number 1. What is the title of this soap opera? Number 2. What is the theme of the clip listened to? And?
Okay,
those are the 2 questions. Are you ready to listen? Of course, I know you are. Number 1, Sir Joshua.
napakinggan na nila.
Oo, sabi nung
may
isa,
mga sagot na
sabi
sila,
ni-
Teacher Jen.
sabi ng isang estudyante, "Sir, ba't di namin nakikita?" Sabi niya.
Ay,
Kaya nga listening eh, kaya di makikita listening nga.
The title is Ang Probinsyano.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, is she correct? And the theme is Massacre.
From
Okay,
Aslin.
massacre
Oh,
na.
kilala ko bida yan eh. Kilala ko bida, dumidila-dilo.
Okay, let us find out kung tama ba ang kanilang mga sagot.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Probinsyano.
War and
Love. So,
We have Liza Orifon. Pero nanalo na siya, ma'am.
yes, nanalo na siya. So, sino ang
Eh kasi, ma'am, yung mic mo lang, ma'am. Mic lang.
Sorry.
Eh kasi siya naman nakahula ng ano eh. Siya naman nakahula. Siya naman nakapagbigay ng tamang ano, di ba?
So, siya.
Kasi ano, massacre is ang massacre kasi pag sinabi natin massacre, parang hindi ka nakakalaban.
Yes, di
Eh,
ka
pa
nakakalaban. Eh, dito war
Oh,
and
yes, ito
love.
war.
So,
ang
tingnan
kanya.
natin.
Okay. Sino kaya?
Massacre.
Si ano?
Ayan, yan. Felrita Annabel.
Pero nanalo na
Okay?
siya, ma'am.
Ang probinsyano. Pero nanalo na din siya, ma'am. Paano yan?
Oh, yung
Another one is
susunod.
Piamona, ang probinsyano. Then, action. War and love. Ashley Domondon,
Ashley
ang
Domondon.
probinsyano.
War
and
and
love.
Alright.
Alright. Congratulations, Ashley. And to those who got the right answer.
Gagaling. Laging nauna yung mga
Yes.
yung mga
Gagaling
laging
talaga
nauna
nila.
talaga. Okay, next number 2.
Oh, ito, tingnan natin ha.
The
Oo.
question is, anong question, Teacher Claudine?
Okay, so we have who is the main character in the clip.
Ayan,
And number 2, what is the theme of the clip listened to?
Yan, okay.
Okay, so this is the listening activity.
Naisip ko na yung magtayo kayo ulit ng show. Sino magsha-show? Papa Mary loves you. Lalo ang pamilya. Mahal. Belat. Mahal. Belat. Hanggang di mo sinasabi mahal dito ang matatapos ito. Mahal. Tulungan mo akong hanapin ang tatlong prinsesa ng Fantastica. Kailangan sila ni King ang mahal. Tapos asawa niya si Queen Ina. King din ang tawag namin sa nasirang reyna. King Mama.
Okay, may mga sagot na rin ba sila,
Yes,
Teacher Claudine?
sumagot po sa atin si
Yes,
Ashley.
ma'am. So Ashley and Aslin,
No,
their
Ashley.
answer is Vice Ganda and the theme is comedy. Okay, they are correct.
Okay,
Then
let's see.
Felrita, Marion, but we have Sarah Lee. Okay, so Sarah Lee Tan, her answer is Vice Ganda and comedy.
Ayan, congratulations. Okay. Or comedy. Okay, ang dami nilang sumasagot. Okay, number 3. Number 3, ano yung ating question, Sir Dennis?
What is the title of this movie? And Where is the setting of the story? Alam niyo na.
Okay.
Joselito, pangalan ko. Pwede nyo ako tawagin dito. Taga Laguna. Boss Sol. Bossing namin dito. Ako naman si Bong. Joy. Mambo. Ako naman si Celso. Tatang na lang itawag ko sa akin.
Tay, hindi po ba preso to?
Oo, preso.
Di ba po mga salbahe lang po yun dito sa preso? Mabait naman po kayo, di ba?
Oo, mabait ang tatay siya. Hindi ako kriminal. Sila lang.
Tatay, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Wala po akong gift sa'yo.
Meron. Ikaw ang gift mo sa akin. Kasi mahal mo ako.
Ayan, nakakaiyak
Okay,
naman yan.
hindi pa natatapos, Ma'am Jarlene. Inuulan na tayo ng mga sagot.
Kaya nga.
Okay, I would like to give recognition to Fel Rita. Bibigyan ko siya ng plus points sa English kasi siya lagi ang nauuna.
Yay!
And then 3 beses pa panay tama ang sagot.
Nakagaling.
Yes,
ano?
sino ang sumunod?
Sumunod,
Si,
si
ko na.
Pia.
Si
Yes,
Reynante
and Pia
Laksamana
also.
Thomas, ha?
Sarah Lee.
Mukhang iba'y
Sarah Lee,
mukhang iba'y napanood.
Felrita.
Rendel Agas.
Okay, hindi pa siya nananalo,
Okay.
ma'am, di ba?
Miracle.
Ayan.
Let us see if his answer is correct, Ma'am Jarlene.
Okay.
Yes, miracle in cell number 7.
Yes.
It is in jail or
Cell.
cell.
Or preso. Sabi ng iba.
Yes, preso pwede ring sagot yun.
Yeah.
Right, congratulations and of course sa lahat ng mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot.
Okay.
So, si Reynante Laksamana Thomas, parang iba'y napanood niya.
Anong sagot niya, sir?
Mang Kepoy.
Mang Kepeng naman. Iba yata yung napanood mo, anak. Miracle in cell number 7 yun. Okay. Oh yes. Wow, gagaling. Okay. Laging nanonood tong mga to. Next. Number 4. Okay, ito na yung last natin. Pang finale. Tingnan natin.
What is the title of the movie? Who are the main characters? And what is the title of the song being played? Parang ito yung pinaka-favorite kong song nung mga panahon na yan, ah. Yes.
Ready?
All right. Let us listen to it. Okay, Ma'am Claudine, sino ang first natin?
Okay, so we have Vince Paclibare kasi siya yung complete yung sagot, ma'am.
And let us see kung tama yung sagot niya,
Yes.
Ma'am Claudine.
So, ang
Answers?
sagot niya is, what is the title of the movie? So, ang sagot niya is Titanic. And then, who are the main characters? Jack and Rose. And
Correct.
then, the title of the song is
My Heart Will Go On.
Yan ang mga ano,
Alright.
yan ang mga sagot ha. Dito sa text natin, sabi niya, sagot daw niya ay Tatay Nick. Hindi Tatay Nick anak. Yung
Tatay
number
Nick.
2, Jack and Poy. Hindi ha, hindi Jack and Poy. Tama ka na sana, Jack and Rose.
Jack and
Ah,
Poy, Jack and Rose, naging Jack and Poy.
Wow, congratulations. Ang dami pa rin sumasagot. At
Tapos,
para silang
yung,
tama.
yung song niya, My Heart went off. So, hindi. My heart will go on. Ikaw nanonood ka ng ano ha?
My heart will go on.
My heart will go on yun. Okay. So, congratulations to those who got the correct answer. It seems that you are listening very well. Ayan, may additional points kayo sa inyong mga English teachers and additional loads para sa mga nanalo. Okay, our topic for today highlights the two types of listening strategies, namely bottom-up and top-down strategies and the 7 steps to effective listening. Okay? It only proves that listening in our lives is very important. I would like to finish off with a famous quote by Bryant McHale. One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. Before ending this session, may we have again your English teachers?
This is Teacher Jane saying, see you again next Wednesday.
And I am Teacher Claudine.
Okay, at dun naman sa mga hindi nanalo ha, better luck next time.
Yes.
Sali ulit kayo.
Points naman sila, Sir Dennis.
Magche-check ako later on ng mga may nag-attend.
Yes.
Meron silang plus
Ulitin natin
points.
ha. Yung mga nagwagi, pakitext po nyo mga subject teacher nyo, pakisabi po na kayo po yung nanalo. Plus, yung screenshot na nandun kayo.
Yes, of course.
sir.
Kailangan.
Dapat yun kailangan.
Liza, Felrita, Zar, Pia Mona, Ashley, Sarah Lee, Rendell, and Vince. Okay?
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations!
Again, thank you so much, grade 7. Thank you also to our technical specialist, Sir Joshua Guillermo. This is Teacher Jarlene B. Munar saying, Happy Wednesday, everyone. Bye-bye.
Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal. With capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM.